Hello all, welcome back to another video and welcome to Sammy G's World of Cinema. Today on the channel I'm gonna finally do my top 10 favourite first time watches of 2024. Now, whilst I don't think 2024 was the best year in regards to like new releases and stuff, I thought 2024 was a brilliant year for myself personally, but in terms of like the new releases sort of thing, it was a little bit of a mixed bag. However, I have still watched some really great movies for the first time, like from previous years, and I thought I would do a devoted video to that. Like, I have already watched some incredible first time watches into 2025. And yeah, honestly, guys, there's a couple of films I've watched as first time watches like this year that I consider to be masterpieces. So yeah, I'll very much look forward to doing like that video into January 2026, first time watches of 2025, which will be miles away, months away. But yeah, I've still watched some very good movies like for the first time in 2024. So I'm gonna kickstart this with some honourable mentions. The first one being Watership Down. I picked up the beautiful BFI box set that was kind of delayed, and then thankfully it finally got released, and yeah, beautiful animation. The music to this is stunning, and there are some heart-pounding moments to this. The rabbits, some very grisly moments. There's some great rabbits, and there's some pretty, you know, like rough rabbits as well that are kind of rough around the edges. Brilliant movie, Wash It Down. I've been getting more into westerns, even more so into 2025, and another honourable mention for me is The Searchers with John Wayne. I do plan on checking out more John Wayne's filmography, even for westerns, but films he starred in general as well. And yeah, The Searchers was fantastic, guys. It was really, really good. You know, like obviously this guy and then this gang that are kind of like, they spend time away from like their family, and then there's like people that are out to get this guy's family, and then he kind of gets like kind of revenge for it. Brilliant movie, The Searchers. Night on Earth from Jim Jarmusch, which was like a anthology, I think one of a couple of anthology films Jim Jarmusch has done, and this was excellent. You know, like told from like I think 6 perspectives in like a cab. I think it was cab drivers in like 6 like countries, and from each perspective, and it was great. Loved that movie. And Audition, which I thought was excellent. This was great. I loved this. Yeah, I just think the way the film was paced and it was choreographed was off the charts. You know, that the whole thing that he did, a little bit original with the whole romantic, and yet it was kind of a bit of a thriller edge to it. It was kind of very gripping what goes on. You know, it's kind of like a bit of a dreamscape, and then it goes back into this reality, and it kind of flips on its head constantly, and it's superb. That's Audition. Fantastic film, man. And a couple of films I saw at the Star and Shadows Cinema where is it again? Heaton. And this is a really beautiful cinema, guys. Independent cinema. I'm going to see, I've got 3 films booked actually for there. I'm going to see Point Blank with John Cusack, which is a great movie. Love that. And I'm also going to see Society and The Vanishing next month. So I've got some good, really cool films lined up there. But last year was the first time I went to the Star and Shadows Cinema, and yeah, I've had a great time. I think these were the yeah, the couple of films I saw there last year, and that's Hellraiser and Starship Troopers. Both first-time watches for me, and both of these movies were great, awesome movies. Hellraiser, the whole thing with like a pinhead and stuff, and it was just great. Like, some of the practical work was woof out of the world. It was quite cool practical work that was in there, and some awesome kind of like special effects as well. Good story based off, I think is it the Clive Barker story? Yeah, but really cool film that. I might check out a couple of the sequels. And Starship Troopers, yeah, I had a very fun time with this one. Great cast. I really liked what do you call him, guys? What do you call him? Clancy. Oh, what's his name? What is his name from Shawshank Redemption? Clancy Brown, as like it was kind of like the main general in this, and yeah, he was a badass character in this, and yeah, there was some great characters that just bounced off each other in this as well. Really fun where they're taking on like these what is it? These bugs, these giant bugs. Awesome time. And a horror movie with Nicole Kidman, The Others. Great horror movie, this one, guys. A great ghost tale. Nicole Kidman was excellent in the lead role here, possibly gave one of her best performances in this film, and I thought the two kid actors at the time in this film put on great performances in there as well. I would have liked to see more of Christopher Eccleston in this, admittedly, but it was still a very good movie. Cool twist at the end as well. And then we've got Woman in the Window from Fritz Lang. I thought this was great, guys. Really enjoyed it. Loved the New York setting to this. You know, it had a very noir feel about it, Hitchcockian sort of layer to it and stuff. And I thought that the two main leads in this were absolutely fantastic. A couple of the twists and turns and the whole thing with the this murder that happens in the film, and they've got to try and hide like evidence and stuff. It was a really cool movie. If you love Hitchcock's filmography, guys, yeah, definitely give that one a go. It's a fantastic little film, that. Death Sentence was a really good revenge thriller. It had a little bit of a pre-John Wick sort of feel about it. Kind of reminded me of the film Nobody with Bob Odenkirk as well, with the whole setup and stuff. Really good movie. And Kevin Bacon, he was really good in this, and he played a badass lead character in there, and, you know, getting revenge of what's happened in this past and stuff. And pretty cool soundtrack to that one as well. And I thought I would give a shout out to a Video Nasty in there as well. Don't Go in the House on the Arrow video label. Great movie, this one. A guy that, you know, he's a very unhinged lead protagonist or antagonist, and it kind of changes his character throughout the movie, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Norman Bates-esque, really. And lives in that big house on his own, and he meets new people every day, and then the way he comes across in this film, you can tell there's something a little bit tapped about his character. And it's a film that's got some brutal kills in there as well, and the whole final scene is riveting. So yeah, really cool movie, that. Don't Go in the House. And I went to the Halloween Tyneside Cinema all-nighter, and one of those movies was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Had such a fun time with this film at the cinema part of the Halloween all-nighter. I thought this was really cool. Just a complete departure from how it was in the first Texas Chainsaw film. And yeah, I thought this was a really cool like sequel that has a very, very different feel and layer about it in comparison to the first film, also from Tobe Hooper. And I've got the 4K Arrow box set on pre-order. I think we're getting that next month, so I'll look forward to getting that when it comes out. And yeah, Dennis Hopper with a chainsaw, what not to love. And then the last honourable mention is kind of like an indie drama, and I really, really enjoyed this one. I thought I'd give it a bit of an honourable mention here today on the channel, and that is a film called Music Within. I loved this. I thought it was excellent, guys. Yeah, I thought the main guy, Ron Livingstone, I thought was excellent. And, you know, like, he's kind of like on that road to recovery, and he meets Michael Sheen's character. And, yeah, like, I think they're both former veterans, and their chemistry is really, really good. One character or another has a crush on like this like lady in this film, and yeah, it's a really cool movie, really good film, that Music Within. And now we're going to get into the main top 10. So coming in at number 10 is kind of back in August last year, when I was really getting into more westerns and stuff, really trying to get myself clued up on the genre of westerns. And at number 10 is Tombstone. Yeah, what a cracking movie this is, guys. It's really, really good. I love the whole like setting with Arizona in this movie, and Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer absolutely kill it in this movie. They are both brilliant in their like lead roles here. And yeah, like also I really like what's the guy's name? Oh, what's his name again? Sam someone. He was really good in there as well. And yeah, like the group of like cowboys that are kind of like you know, like sort of wanting to like make a better sort of like shape of this town of Tombstone, and then this group of cowboys that are coming in like striving on their own turf, and they've got to like take revenge for like their sort of like shenanigans and all that kerfuffle that this like rival gang are causing. And it's a brilliant movie, guys. Yeah, that kind of an underrated movie as well. I don't hear loads of people talk about this one. And the film that Carlos sent me, I think, is based off that same like sort of story premise of what that's based off. It's the OK Coral, so I look forward to watching that. But Tombstone, fantastic film, really, really good that. At number 9, I'm always going to thank Warren at Goose's Movies for recommending me this movie, and that is Harmonian. Incredible, incredible movie. Yeah, this is kind of why I love foreign language film and world cinema, because of great original sort of films like this. And it's just, there's a lot of great original films, you know, like even from blockbusters and stuff, of course there is. But like I think there is some really cool like creative films as well from like world cinema and stuff, and international cinema. And this is a great example of that. Harmonian was excellent, you know, like a film of like two halves, where the first half of the movie, this guy that's released from prison that comes back into this guy's like life, and they've had to pass that sort of like one relative or this relative don't know about, and he's kind of kept that hidden from like his like wife this whole time. And yeah, it kind of reminded me a little bit of the film The Guest, really. It had that similar feel about it, where this guy just comes out of the blue one day, and it kind of turns like this family's life upside down. It kind of reminded me a little bit of that, really. But except this film has two different halves to it. Like, the first half is kind of like they're getting to know this guy, like, that's just come out of prison and stuff. And then the second half of the movie is where, there's a few twists and turns that you do not expect for once this guy is released out of prison. And yeah, it's a really, really cracking movie, this, guys. On the Eureka label, I think I got this for about £7 with free postage, so what a bargain. Yeah, coming in at number 9, Harmonium, fantastic. Coming in at number 8, the original King Kong. Yeah, I never seen this movie before, like, this year. I thought to myself, do you know what? Before last year, sorry, I was meant to say. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I've been to New York, and when I went to, like, the Empire State Building, I was seeing amazing devoted portraits of, like, King Kong and stuff, and what an important movie it is. And I remembered I've had an amazing time in New York, yet I've never watched the original King Kong. So I think after my trip to New York, I wanted to watch more movies that took place in New York. And yeah, this was kind of like high up on the list of movies set in NYC to watch. And this was fantastic. I loved this. I can't remember, did Ray Harryhausen did this again? Stuart would be able to correct me on that one. And by the way, while I'm at it, guys, I've had a great time with Ray Harryhausen's work last year as well. But yeah, King Kong was brilliant. Yeah, the original King Kong, just so iconic. I just love the look of Kong in this movie, and just the iconic scene of the Empire State Building at the end, and just, like when they're going on like this boat and then this island and stuff like that. It's got a great setup to it as well. A little bit of a slow burn, but the kind of slow burn that really pays off in this movie. So yeah, fantastic. The original King Kong, which would set the template for a great sort of like run of movies to come, like both King Kong and Godzilla as well, and possibly one of the most beloved like film series or MonsterVerse series like out there. So that's King Kong from 1933. And coming in at number 7, we've got Silence of the Lambs. Yes, what a fantastic film. This is incredible, guys. One of those big movies as well that just lived up to the hype. I totally understand now why this movie is just well beloved by a lot of people, why it gets so much praise in the film community. And I understand now, because it is a fantastic film. And I was never against like watching it or not watching it anyway. But it was one of those big movies that took me a long time to get to. I did a video like 10 films I've shockingly never seen, and this was on that list. And I'm so pleased I finally watched it now. It's a great sort of film, about Hannibal Lecter and what this sort of character is all about, and why he's done like these vicious acts as well, and these brutal murders. And you really get an understanding of Hannibal Lecter in this film, and just played off brilliantly by the incredible Anthony Hopkins, who I think gave us some of their finest acting ever put to screen in this film. And that goes for Jodie Foster as well as I can't remember her name now, but I think her her name is, I think, is it Rachel Starlin, is it? Who is like the main cop, the main detective in this film. She is brilliant in this. And then you've got the whole side story with Buffalo Bill. And yeah, this film is fantastic. Just yeah, incredible film that I can understand why a lot of people love this, and it did so well at the Oscars as well. So yeah, that is Silence of the Lambs. And then coming in at number 6, I'm gonna go with King of New York with Christopher Walken. This is on the Arrow label. This is one of the, again, kind of like gangster films set in New York that I was meaning to check out for some time now. And I just thought to myself, guys, it was the Arrow video sale. And I got the 4K and the Blu-ray for this one. And I really enjoyed this. Yeah, Christopher Walken was amazing in this film. You know, like the guy, it's kind of like, you know, like he's kind of this, he's kind of got this sort of like this power, this empire that he's like you know, like very much like part of. And you know, like he releases out of prison, and then he kind of wants to try and make a better living for like sort of like you know, like his like family and also his friends as well, and citizens of New York. He kind of wants to, you know, like do something not just better for him, but better for a few other people as well. And he has to make some rash decisions along the way. And yeah, Christopher Walken was excellent. I really enjoyed the hip-hop soundtrack as well. And yeah, I thought there was some really cool other actors in there, like I think Steve Buscemi was in there and Lawrence Fishburne, and I thought Abel Ferrara did a really cool job with directing this one. And that ending really kind of left a bit of a question mark and a bit of an open door to what was the actual outcome for, you know, like this conclusion and stuff. So very fantastic film. That is King of New York. And coming in at number 5, is it? Yeah, number 5, I've gone for the original The Dead trilogy from George A. Romero. Kind of cheating a little bit here, but if I was to pick a favourite film from this trilogy, it would be Day of the Dead. But I've kind of wanted to say this is, as a whole, this was such an amazing first-time watch of the year. As I said, guys, if I could pick one film from this, it would be Day of the Dead. I'm very much with Stuart on that one. This is also my favourite in the Dead trilogy from Romero. And I'm really hoping they're going to do something special for Day of the Dead this year, because I think it is the film's 40th anniversary this year. So I'm hoping we're going to get a nice lavish sort of 4K box set or a re-release at the cinema. That'd be lovely. But yeah, I had a really good time with all 3 of these movies, guys. Night was just a great sort of like black and white zombie movie, and it was very eerie, you know, it was quite chilling, and you know, like these characters that were keeping together as a group on this farm and stuff. And the second movie, you know, like set on this mall and this rooftop, and there's just some amazing like characters, some iconic characters, the whole gang of like this whole motorbike gang that comes into the movie as well. Yeah, just really great soundtrack from It Is Goblin as well. And Day of the Dead, you've got a great lead protagonist, and then there's a character where, you know, like you kind of love to hate his character, but yet his acting is brilliant. I forget the actor's name who plays like that sort of like army guy, but he does a great job in this. I love kind of the introduction of Bub the zombie in there as well. They kind of like did something different with giving like one of the zombies in this movie like a name and stuff, and you kind of really feel for that zombie and stuff. And yeah, and kind of a bit of an experimental third installment into this trilogy that I would say is my favourite of the trilogy for me personally. And yeah, just had a great time with this trio of films. I definitely need to add to my physical media collection, and I definitely will be revisiting all three of these movies again every Halloween, every October. So yeah, if I was to pick one movie though for number 5, is it? Yeah, for number 5, it would be Day of the Dead. But I would say, yeah, as a whole, as a piece, the Dead trilogy is definitely like another highlight of first-time watches of 2024. And we're getting into the Champions League spot now. And at number 4, I've gone with Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan. I'll give a quick honourable mention as well to the motion picture and the likes of The Search for Spock and The Voyage Home and The Undiscovered Country, First Contact, Generations. I've had a great time with all of those movies and the Star Trek film series last year as well. But my favourite one of this Star Trek film series is The Wrath of Khan. And yeah, this was fantastic, guys. I love Khan as the villain here. Just such a cool sort of sort of stylistic, sort of slick sort of villain. And yeah, like, again, the whole backstory between him and Kirk, and what you call it, the it's the Genesis, is it? The whole thing with the Genesis program as well was a very interesting sub-story, subplot to this film. There was some cool action set pieces to this one as well. Just some fun, campy adventure sequences to this movie, and I really enjoyed still what they did with the motion picture, but I think they kind of took a slice of the motion picture and a lot of great entertainment value from the motion picture and elevated it here and made it even the more better and the more entertaining, in my opinion. And yeah, again, the ending was kind of like heartbreaking as well, kind of what happened at the ending, but it kind of is redeemed by the third movie, The Search for Spock, as well, and it kind of makes it up for what a bittersweet ending The Wrath of Khan was, but it would, make inroads for what a really still solid sequel The Search for Spock is. So yeah, The Wrath of Khan, great time, had a great time with this one, and one I'm definitely up for revisiting again in future. And coming in at number 3, I've gone for... Now, there's a lot of Studio Ghibli movies I still haven't seen, guys. I kind of have to sort of tell that I've never seen a lot of Studio Ghibli films. A lot of Studio Ghibli films that I have seen, I think, are excellent for the most part. And this was the pinnacle of all the Studio Ghibli films, and the one that I've been meaning to check out for the longest time, and I finally got round to watching it on the 30th of December, Spirited Away. Yeah, this was incredible and brilliant. I loved this. Absolutely great time with this one. yeah, just this main girl in the movie, and she's kind of like taken to this like different fortress and this different world, and it kind of is unexpected, and she meets all these spirits, and she's trying desperately to get home, but yet something keeps drawing her back as well. And she is acquainted with this like, is it this witch or this elder lady, and she's kind of a bit she's not very likable at times. There's times where you really don't like her character, and the whole transformation sequences with a couple of the spirits I thought was just really well crafted here. The animation is superb. I love this style of animation so much. And some of the best animated movies have Studio Ghibli's name stamp all over it. It is superb, exquisitely good. And yeah, there's just some great, like, what you call it? There's just some great, like, you know, like places, and, you know, like exploring different places in this movie. And it's kind of very, you know, like it's very different to a lot of animated movies that I've seen before this. I love the whole scene with like the dragon in there as well, and, you know, like meeting all these other spirits, and you know, like, again, I just think the film is so well paced, and you're really rooting for this main girl to get home back to her parents, who I think are taking a trip out to like the countryside and stuff. Spirited Away, absolutely incredible movie, and one that I need to get in my physical media collection in due course. So my second favourite first time watch of 2024 goes to Billy Wilder's The Apartment. Yeah, this was really, really good, guys. I saw this at Tyneside Cinema back in December last month. It was part of their Christmas season, and yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought Jack Lemmon as the main character was really good here. You know, like there'd be days where he's kind of not really feeling it. He's not really in the mood to go to work and stuff. And, you know, like he's kind of a bit sick of you know, like what he's got going on, like, in his work life. But then he meets this girl one day, and it kind of turns it around for him, and he kind of has that bond with this girl who's one of his work colleagues, and they have such good like chemistry, and he lends out his apartment to like his work colleagues and stuff. And you know, like there would be times where he would just be, you know, like fed up with work and that. But then when he kind of is more, you know, like attracted and, you know, spending more time with his Shirley MacLaine's character, and when he spend more time together, it kind of it makes him like more happier and a bit upbeat, you know, like, and his life is kind of back on track again, opposed to like how we kind of knew him like at the start of the film and stuff. And yeah, I love the New York setting to this one. The Christmas season very much plays a great part into the story, especially with where like the relationship in the season goes and stuff. And yeah, I love these kind of movies as well. And you really kind of don't get on with like the main boss in it as well, and he kind of makes some like questionable decisions, like the main boss in this film. And yeah, really fantastic film, guys, that I cannot wait to watch again, like at Christmas and stuff. It is going to be like a Christmas staple for me now, and it kind of makes me want to go and check out more Billy Wilder movies, which I know Roy has been getting the word around about this director, and I know my good friend Tony at the Retro Movie Zone is like me, wanting to check out more like Billy Wilder's filmography as well. I know Tony picked up a few like more Billy Wilder's titles on Blu-ray in his latest like Saturday blog, and there's a couple of those titles from Billy Wilder that I've never heard of as well. So yeah, Tone, do let me know what you think to like those movies when you've seen them, Tone, because I would be interested to see what you make to like Billy Wilder's filmography when you get to those films. So yeah, that is at number 2. Runner-up is The Apartment. My favourite first time watch of 2024, and I can't believe I'm putting this at number 1. It's a film that has got a lot of love, but it's got some detractors as well. And when I watched it, I kind of got why in that respect, really. And when I watched it, I thought it was absolutely bloody ace, as Stuart would say. And yeah, it was kind of even to the point where I actually absolutely loved this movie, where I was kind of going into the mindset, oh, I hope I at least like this film. And I ended up absolutely loving this film. And it was kind of the movie that got me really pumped for Nosferatu, which I did go and see for my birthday last weekend, and I really enjoyed the latest Nosferatu. And my favourite first-time watch of last year is going to go to Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yeah, I loved this, absolutely adored this film. I thought Francis Ford Coppola, what he did with his like adaptation of Dracula was brilliant in this. You know, Francis Ford Coppola's made 2 of my favourite films ever, which is The Godfather Part 1 and 2. And he's done an incredible rendition with Dracula as well. I thought Gary Oldman was brilliant in this, and I really liked the look of Dracula in this movie. You know, I know Keanu Reeves got a little bit of shit for, you know, like having an attempt at an English accent, but it didn't take me out of the movie or like not take away from like any like his characters and stuff, because I thought his character was really good to this film. And yeah, I just love the whole like set pieces, and you know, like the set designs was really good. I love the whole wintry setting of this movie as well. It's got those like wintry vibes in it, and the look of like what's it called? Transylvania. Yeah, it looks really, really like cool to this film as well. And I thought there was some great acting. The score, the music was glorious here. And I just absolutely fell in love with this movie, guys. It is one of my favourite horror movies now. One of my favourite vampire films for sure. Definitely top 5 vampire movies for me, that's for damn sure. And, you know, absolutely shits all over the Twilight film series, in my personal opinion, guys. Because, yeah, as you could probably tell, I'm not a fan of the Twilight film series. But, hey, fair play to anyone who is a fan of that film series. Guys, just not for me personally. But Bram Stoker's Dracula, absolutely incredible film. Just the costumes and the look of the movie, that, you know, like the time period is just well captured here. So that is my favourite first time watch of 2024. Bram Stoker's Dracula from the wonderful Francis Ford Coppola. So there we go, guys. Some absolutely awesome first time watches of 2024. Please do let me know, guys, in the comments, what's your thoughts on any of these movies that I've talked about here today on the channel. And what are some of your favourite first-time watches of 2024? And yeah, so far into 2025, I've already watched some amazing first-time watches. So I'm very excited to talk about those when I come to doing my first time watches of 2025 video in January next year. But yeah, brilliant first time watches of 2024, some incredible titles here, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to rewatching the likes of Tombstone, The Wrath of Khan, Bram Stoker's Dracula, The Apartment, Spirited Away, King of New York, the Romero, the original, the Dead trilogy, and Watership Down as well. So yeah, a lot of fantastic films on this list. So I hope everyone is having a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you for more content soon. So thanks for watching, cheers for stopping by, and until next time, I'll see you for the next video. Bye-bye.